Raid Boss number 1 of Season 4. This is going to be a fun one to kick it off. I'm so excited. Here, we're jumping straight into it. Look at that stat. Look at that spirit build. Now tell me that that's not going to be fun to watch. Might not be fun to fight, but let me explain. So when you have super max defense on a somewhat heavyweight character, it makes them so much more of a pain to get a KO on, right? But now, factor in this. With super max defense and a spirit that heals them 100 HP points if they reach 100 HP, right? So once they hit that 100% mark, they automatically heal. And hopefully the killing blow doesn't happen right as they reach that 100% mark. So this, I think, it's a spirit I've never used. I'm very excited to see how this one turns out. So let's do this. Goddess Lady Palutena is starting things off for Raid Boss Season 4, Week 1. I'm excited. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump into the arena! Season 4 officially begins right now with our first match. I'm excited. I don't know why. I know it's just like another Raid Boss week, but like it's the beginning of a brand new season. And every season I have like a somewhat of a theme I like to follow. And this season's theme is spirit sets / spirits that I either have never used or have rarely used. So I'm excited to see what I come up with for some Raid Bosses, see how they fare against you guys. But, to start the new season, I always want to start with a very strong contender. Somebody that I think could possibly go undefeated, or maybe just one single loss even. So, Palutena is who I ended up choosing, well, as you can see, because that's the Raid Boss arena for the week. But, look, we've seen her stats in the little intro, right? Her stats combined with the spirit set that she has, or I guess just the one spirit she has, makes for a very intriguing Raid Boss amiibo. So, I'm very curious to see how this plays. And, we got ourselves a very tough test to kick things off. Our leadoff hitter is Ryan, who's up to bat first, who is actually kind of always scary when he's going up first because he's always like that looming threat to go deep, right? He might be the leadoff hitter, but he can also knock it out of the park at the same time. So he's always a looming threat for the Raid Boss to actually start off the arena with a loss. And, well, I really hope that doesn't happen. It didn't, but good first game. Godfire. I feel I know the name. I know the name, Godfire. So maybe it could just be from seeing the name in our server, which, by the way, there's a link to it in the description. Click it if you ever want to participate in any of these Raid Boss arenas. We do them every Saturday, same time as always. But so what do we got? Godfire. I swear I know that. I'm pretty sure Godfire has participated in at least one or two of my older Raid Boss arenas. So I know he's been here before. I'm almost positive, but he's playing Toon Link. Now, that's actually a really cool pick, in my opinion. Actually, I'm not a fan of Toon Link the character because we don't need that many links, but I'm saying Toon Link is a cool pick because it's a different character that we don't see a lot in these Raid Boss arenas. So I'm always curious to see how a brand new character that nobody really plays in these arenas, how are they going to fare against the Raid Boss? Maybe this person, maybe Godfire is an absolute, he could be the top Toon Link player for all I know, and he comes in and just slays the Raid Boss, no problem. I don't know. That's why we do this. See who wants to show up, see how well they do, and then, maybe they get a win. But then again, maybe they won't, so time to bow down to your goddess. Okay, I'm nitpicking here. It's been 2 whole games, okay? And we have yet to see Palutena's spirit activate. So I know it's been 2 whole games. Like, come on, where's this at? But, that's the thing, right? Because it might not have activated yet, but in the same sense, it's kind of a cool thing, right? Because it helps build this suspense for once it finally does pop. I can't wait to see the person's reaction in game, like if they catch it right away, right? I believe it will definitely catch the first person who witnesses it. It's gonna catch them off guard, right? You're gonna see them get up there, and then the spirit pops, and then you're just like, wait a minute, what just happened? I have to start over? I don't know. Plus, it's just a cool spirit. It hardly gets used, so I hope it activates soon. Well, not yet, but another good game. Another good game. Aha! Well, if any character has the ability to get close to activating the goddess's spirit, it's Bowser, right? Look. Bowser, he hits hard. He's controlled by a very good player. So you have a formula that's pretty ready-made. I want to see this activated. I'm going to say right now, if the whole, I don't care if the red boss even loses, but if the spirit doesn't activate ever, it's going to be such a letdown, because it's like, okay, well then I just wasted this spirit for absolutely nothing. But I want to see this thing activated just to get some of the people talking in the arena. I want to see what their reaction is to it. Well, I guess you gotta fight fire with fire, as the saying goes, right? Bowser get a little fire breath. Well, Palutena comes right back with her fire of her own. So, look, the goddess, man. What can you say? She quickly bounced back from that one. Not a problem. She lost her first stock, but then immediately comes back and gets Bowser's second stock. Piece of cake, man. Piece of cake. At this rate, I'm worried we're not going to see the spirit work. Ooh, okay, Lucina. All right, cool. Another kind of face that we don't see too often, or a character we don't see too often. So let me start off by saying this about Cheese here real quick. So, as per usual, every week, right before I put the raid boss in the arena, we always do a quick little warm-up kind of arena. Just everybody usually gets at least one match, so I gotta start by saying that Cheese definitely earned some big-time respect points with, I believe, everyone that was here at the time. Because, look, Cheese was absolutely bringing the fight to Ryan. We all know Ryan is very skilled, very good as an Ike player. And Cheese, I thought even at one point, Cheese had the upper hand during the fight. But Ryan ended up having a bad stock and he SD'd. But you know what Cheese did right away? Cheese gave him the homie stock. I was like, that's so respectful. You have the lead. In my opinion, from what I watched, Cheese had the lead in that match. And then Cheese just goes and gives him the homie stock and is like, yo, my hat's off to you. My hat is off to Cheese for that. But seeing Cheese do well against Ryan pretty much showed me that this Lucina player right here is skilled. And perhaps, maybe even a threat to the raid boss this week. Finally! Did you see it? Did you see it? I'm pretty sure I zoomed in on it, but we've seen it! The critical health spirit, it popped! Yes! I can't wait to see and read what Cheese's reaction is going to be in chat after this game, but it finally happens. I bet he's like scratching his head going, like, wait, what just happened? I did all that work for nothing and now I got to start over? What? That's not fair. Wow, we're on a roll for characters we hardly see it. Let's go. Let's go. Voro out here. I know Voro switches it up every once in a while. He pops out an Inkling, which is pretty good. And then Voro, I believe, is the one that has the that cursed Erdrick, or I call him Pigdrick. So, but now Voro switching into Wii Fit Trainer? Maybe he's hoping this Wii Fit Trainer is going to whip this raid boss into shape. Or dare I say, whip the raid boss into the lost column? Huh? Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. It depends on how much Voro kind of stretched and prepared with Wii Fit Trainer before this game happened. So, look. Not that I was staring, okay? Not that I'm staring at Palutena's body, okay? But let me just say this, all right? Somebody better agree with me, otherwise I'm gonna feel awkward. But Palutena looks to be in immaculate shape, right? Both body and amiibo form, okay? I'm just gonna throw that out there. I mean, heck, she's a goddess after all, right? So, of course. Ah, Dr. Bowser, he's back. for round 2. He's going to be looking to accomplish what he did not do in game 1. Well, heck, he's actually looking to do what nobody has been able to accomplish yet so far, and that is defeat this raid boss known as the goddess, Lady Palutena. So, like, the thing about her spirit, though, right? We always got to keep this in mind. We've seen this already, right? Especially in that first fight, probably since then. But if you KO the amiibo with this spirit before they reach 100%, it's essentially that spirit never worked, and it's kind of like, was the spirit like kind of a waste then? It's like a missed opportunity, right? So, I mean, that's why you got to go heavy on the defense, in my opinion. That way, they don't get KO'd as easily, and they can reach that 100% mark and then reset it. I think that makes it so much more fun, but I don't know. I mean, Bowser could do this, man. Doc could do this right here. Oh my god, he actually did it. I honestly didn't know if anyone was going to do it, but Doc ends up getting it done. Alright, up next we have Min Min, the lengthy brawler. Man, can you imagine what Min Min's amiibo or a raid boss Min Min could be? That could be very annoying. If you're able to teach her properly to kind of, I don't want to say run away, but like make distance and then use the the length to her arms and her attacks, she could be either very annoying or she's going to be very easy. Depends on how close you can get in, for attacks. But that's way off in the distance, right? That's way off in the distance. But either way, Min Min out here. Look, as long as Min Min doesn't spam, and that's always a rule. It's always a rule. No spamming, no cheese. And, well, I think that's pretty much it. But no spam, no cheese, and we're good. So as long as none of that happens, I think this will be a very entertaining little game. And I believe it was. Zach is back. What's up, Zach? How you doing, buddy? So, Zach was telling us in chat here that he recently actually started picking up Palutena to play. So, let's see how skillful he is so far. I mean, like, look, he could have just said that and like actually just picked up Palutena like yesterday. So, I don't know how far into like how much he knows about the character yet. So, I'm not judging him too harshly on this one. But let's see what he can do in this little mirror match right here. Human versus Amiibo. Oh, geez, really? The footstool. The footstool. Palutena just sent Palutena to hell? The fake Palutena? Which one's the real Palutena? The human, the real one? The raid boss has to be the real one for today. But she sent the other Palutena straight to hell with that one. Wow. Okay, sure. Look, even though she is a goddess, she does have a dark side. And I don't know if anyone really wants to see that come out in her, right? Like, don't take her lighthearted, good-going nature for granted. There it is again. There it is. Activates the spirit. I like it. So, but, like, seriously, competitive side here, that must be frustrating, right? Getting your opponent who's very tanky up to 100% finally, and then once they reach that, they just heal 100 points of damage, and it's like, how do you overcome that, right? You just climb the mountain to almost plant the flag at the peak, and then all of a sudden you're like, oops, I slipped and fell, and now we're back at the start, like how do I get back there again? It's such a deflating feeling. But, in a weird sort of way, I think Ryan might kind of like this. Just because, in terms of it being even more of a challenge, because, like, all right, we got you up there. I got you to 100. You healed back to 0. Now I got to work even harder to get that KO, because you might have me at 100+%. So I got to be extremely careful and selective which moves I do and when I do it. And maybe I can pull off a really cool win here, because, like, let's face it, this would be pretty damn awesome if you can get Palutena to 100, she heals, and then you still end up winning the whole thing. Ah, not quite, but still, GG's. Look, look, it's a good move. I'm not gonna deny you that one, okay? It's a good move, but yeah, you use it how many times? How many? I'll probably put a counter up just because it's funny, but you use it how many times in, well, a short little match? But yeah, I mean, do what you want. Ah, good old King K. Rool, my main. But it's not me playing, so this K. Rool better lose. But no, look, K. Rool, this is going to be the very last match in this week's Raid Boss Arena, so hopefully we can end off pretty strong here and get a dub for the Raid Boss. But look, it is K. Rool, so I got to throw this out there, right? After I get my amiibo, my Raid Bosses to level 50, learning is turned off, I still fight my Raid Bosses myself with my characters that I know, well, that I would say I know well. And, well, K. Rool has fought my Palutena quite a bit, so I think Palutena might know the K. Rool matchup a little bit, and that could definitely, you know, work in her favor, but then again, you never know. What if Sweats comes out of nowhere, literally turns on full beast mode, or croc mode, if you will. Does that work? Yeah, Crocodile, they're beast. Yeah, just roll with me on this one. But you could turn on you could go full beast mode on the Raid Boss right here and surprise everybody and pull off a win in the very last match. It's possible. But then again, maybe it doesn't happen. And the Goddess gets one final win to end off this week. Alright, that was a pretty decent first Raid Boss. Good spirit set, good stat build. I liked it. I think it was a fun way to kick off Season 4. Yeah, I can't believe it. This is Season 4 of Raid Bosses. But that is going to be it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed as always. And keep in mind, there's going to be 16 Raid Bosses this season. Just like, well, every season that we've done. So we're only, well, 1/16 into the way into it. And as always, you guys get a sneak peek as to who the very next Raid Boss is, and that Raid Boss is going to be